Good morning folks, it's Craig Cooper here. Today I'm actually testing an iPhone 7 in 2020. So this is my personal phone. I don't really update my phones all that often. And now I'm getting into video. So what I'm trying to find out here is essentially how good this phone is and whether it's actually good enough for the job we're trying to do with it. We are professional studio photographers and we want to make some little videos for interviewing our staff, interviewing our customers, and generally providing people who might be interested in a photo shoot with a bit of a look behind the scenes at Cooper Studio. Now, at the moment I'm just recording with the microphone that's on the phone. There's no external mic at all, and we're using the front camera. Now the front camera is meant to be relatively low resolution compared to the back camera, and as I said, this is an old phone, so it'll be interesting to see whether it really stacks up. That's about all for now. I'm going to go and listen to this video and see what it's like. I'll probably post this online just so that if anyone else is actually using an iPhone 7 still in 2020, they can get a bit of a feel for how it goes. Alright, that's all. Hi folks, it's Craig Cooper here. I'm the owner of Cooper Studio in Western Australia. This is just a quick little video to actually test just how good the front camera is for video on, get this, an iPhone 7, and this is 2020 and it's actually mid-2020 we're doing this test. Despite essentially all the photography gear we use here, I don't update my phones very often. We're now thinking of getting into doing a little bit of video, mostly just to show people behind the scenes and to sort of interview our customers and our staff so that people know what we do here at Cooper Studio. But the first part of this is actually working out whether the video we use is good enough or not, and that's what we're doing here. Now I'm just using the camera that's actually the front camera, and I'm also using the microphone that it comes built into the iPhone 7. It has a fairly wide angle lens, so I'm actually sitting pretty close here. I'm not sure if you can see, there's my finger. I'm probably no more than 30 centimeters or so from the camera. Being photographers, we're doing this a little bit differently to how you might take a selfie at home. I've actually got a massive Manfrotto tripod here, and I've got a Manfrotto universal phone holder holding the camera, so there shouldn't be any shake at all. It should all be rock steady. Okay, that's all for now, and the next test will be the same thing, but just using a little bit of tungsten light from our studio lights to see how that looks. Now, in this test, this is actually a little bit of a test of lighting. So just out of the frame here, I've got a photographic softbox, and I've got the tungsten on the softbox turned up to maximum. And that's actually meant to be providing the main light for this. Just out of the frame on this side, I have a massive piece of polystyrene, white polystyrene foam that is a reflector board that we use, and that should hopefully be balancing up the light a little bit on this side. Now, using tungsten light, we expect this to actually look quite warm and the background to look a little bit cooler. While I've been filming this, you might have noticed that the light's changed in the background a little bit. It's actually the clouds come over the sun, and we're in a very light, bright area here in this part of the studio, but the background's got a little bit darker from the beginning of the video. The good thing about using this sort of lighting is that if the ambient light changes, hopefully the lighting on your face doesn't change that much. Now, there's a couple of other things I've done differently in this particular video. In our backgrounds behind us here, in the previous video I had a white piece of seamless paper down. Now what I found with this particular camera, the front camera on the iPhone 7, is that that was flaring out a little bit with the light that was coming through the window. Oh, hang on, here we go. The light's changing and the sun's coming out again. It'll be interesting to see what difference this makes now to the video. There we go. It took, I think, the camera a couple of seconds. Oh, here we go. Shade again. This light's going down again. It took the camera there a couple of seconds to cope with the changes. I changed this to black simply to create a little bit better contrast on this side. And now the sun's coming out again. It's going. Some clouds are going over. So this is actually a really good test of the exposure capabilities of the phone, and also how even and what sort of contrast I have on my face. We changed this to black so that we weren't getting the really burnt out highlights there as well. That's about all for this test. I'm going to go up now and have a bit of a look at these in Adobe Premiere Rush and see whether they stack up as good enough for our purposes. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks very much, and hopefully it's been helpful for you. Bye.